Welcome to my channel. It's Carelia Isaacs. One of the luckiest things that can happen to you in life is, I think, to have a happy childhood. This short poem by Agatha Christie brings us to today's French class. How to write about your childhood in French. More enfance, my childhood. Before we kick off today's French class, let's check out on some motivational quotes. For today's motivational quote, we have, it doesn't really matter who you used to be. What matters is who you are becoming. I trust you are energized by today's motivational quotes. As mentioned previously, in today's French class, we shall address how to write about your childhood in French. More enfance, my childhood. The following are the guidelines to follow when writing about your childhood in French. First, state the heading of the composition. More enfance, which means my childhood. Proceeding, answer the following questions. 1. Où as-tu passé ton enfance? Meaning, state where you spent your childhood. 2. Avec qui tu l'as passé? Which means, with whom did you spend your childhood? 3. Quelle école primaire as-tu fréquenté? Which means, what primary school did you attend? 4. Quel âge avais-tu quand tu as fini l'école primaire? Which means, what age did you conclude primary school? 5. Est-ce que tu aimais aller à l'école? This pourquoi? Meaning, did you like to go to school in your childhood? Say why. 6. Qu'est-ce que tu aimais faire quand tu étais libre? Meaning, what did you like to do when you were free? 7. Qu'est-ce qui a changé depuis l'école primaire? Meaning, what has changed since you completed primary school? 8. Qu'est-ce que habite maintenant? Which means, where are you staying now? 9. Qu'est-ce que tu ne fais plus aujourd'hui? Which means, what is it that you are no more doing? And finally, quel est le meilleur souvenir que tu gardes de ton enfance? Which means, what was the best memory you gathered of your childhood? Moving on, let's check out on the answers to the questions posed in the guidelines field. Looking at the first question, we have, où as-tu passé ton enfance? Which means, where did you spend your childhood? You can say, j'ai passé mon enfance à Cantonment, meaning, I spent my childhood at Cantonment. Looking at the second question, we have avec qui tu l'as passé, which means with whom did you spend your childhood? You can write j'ai passé mon enfance avec ma parent, which means I spent my childhood with my parents. Looking at the third question, we have quelle école primaire as-tu fréquenté, which means what primary school did you attend? You can write j'ai fréquenté à Extreme Excellence Academy, which means I attended Extreme Excellence Academy. Proceeding, let's check out on the fourth question, which is quel âge avais-tu quand tu as fini l'école primaire? Which means at what age did you conclude primary school? You can write j'avais 11 années quand j'ai fini l'école, meaning I was 11 years old when I concluded primary school. Looking at the fifth question, we have est-ce que tu aimes aller à l'école? This pourquoi, which means did you like to go to school in your childhood? Say why. If you didn't like school, you can write je n'aimais pas aller à l'école parce que l'école m'ennuyait, meaning I did not like going to school because school annoyed me. On the other hand, if you enjoyed going to school, you can write j'aimais aller à l'école parce que j'aimais jouer avec mes camarades pendant la récréation, which means I liked to go to school because I liked to play with my classmates during break. Moving on, let's check out on the sixth question, which is qu'est-ce que tu aimais faire quand tu étais libre? Which means what did you like to do when you were free? You can write quand j'étais libre, j'allais au parc pour jouer avec mes amis, which means when I was free, I went to the park to play with my friends. Proceeding, let's check out on the seventh question, which is qu'est-ce qui a changé depuis l'école primaire? Which means what has changed since you completed primary school? You can write beaucoup de choses ont changé. Par exemple, avant je ne répétais pas, mais maintenant je répète, which means a lot of things has changed. For example, before I did not respect, but now I respect. Looking at the eighth question, we have qu'est-ce que habite maintenant? Which means where are you staying now? You can write maintenant j'habite à Cape Coast. Meanwhile, you can also write toujours j'habite à Cantonment, meaning I still stay at Cantonment. Looking at the ninth question, we have qu'est-ce que tu ne fais plus aujourd'hui? Which means what is it that you are no more doing? You can write Maintenant, j'aime à l'école, which means now I like to go to school. Or maintenant, je ne vais pas le parc, which means now I do not go to the park. And finally, looking at the last but not the least question, we have: quel est le meilleur souvenir que tu gardes de ton enfance? This means, what was the best memory you gathered of your childhood? You can write: le meilleur souvenir que j'ai gardé de mon enfance lorsque mes parents me donnaient des cadeaux pendant mon anniversaire. This means the best memory I gathered in my childhood is the gifts my parents gave me during my birthday. Okay guys, let's now write a composition about our childhoods using the response to the various guidelines questions. Mon enfance. J'ai passé mon enfance à Cantonment. J'ai passé mon enfance avec mes parents. J'ai fréquenté à Extreme Excellence Academy. J'avais 11 années quand j'ai fini l'école. Je n'aimais pas aller à l'école parce que l'école m'ennuyait. Quand j'étais libre, j'allais au parc pour jouer avec mes amis. Beaucoup de choses ont changé. Par exemple, avant, je ne répétais pas, mais maintenant, j'ai répété. Maintenant, j'habite à Cape Coast et j'aime aller à l'école. Les meilleurs souvenirs que j'ai gardés de mon enfance, lorsque mes parents me donnaient des cadeaux pendant mon anniversaire. Finally guys, this brings us to the end of today's French class. I believe you found today's French class interesting and effective. But before we call it a day, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel, and also click